One. Hey, folks. Good evening. We're back on the air. Had to get my cousin from Walmart, which is just right behind us. And wouldn't you know it, we have a big old tsunami of a rainstorm that culminated in a tornado warning that has hit the area until about 10:45 p.m. So we are going to make this a very quickish thing here because when I had to pick up Deborah, it was a nice flood in the back area of this hotel, but we are safe. We are happy. We are alive and well. So we're going to get things back on course. Hope you're still with us. Let me just make sure I put things back on here again. So if you will, pardon-moi for a moment here. Yes, pardonnez-moi. Moi. Okay. We are back on the air. Back on the air now. Even severe weather. Even can't.
It has an E on the end.
No, even severe weather. Hey. Hey, it's comedy. Okay, hey, welcome back. I've already said that, welcome back. So we say it again, welcome back. If you're wondering why I'm holding the microphone as I am, it is because we are on location here at the Bayfront Hotel in Delaware, Ohio, en route to Kentucky because that's closest place to Michigan with the Buckies. Yes, I'm going Buckies. Hey, we've been to Pennsylvania today, so why not? I've got luck on my side and probably I don't know, some sort of insane. Hang on for a second. I gotta plug in this plug in my mini uh, teleprompter, aka the phone. Okay, we're back. Don't worry, we'll be back in our studios, our warm studios, I hope. Tomorrow night for part 18 of What the Hell's Going On in My Life. Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Deborah, meet the world. World, meet Deborah. This is my cousin.
Hi, Steve Sporty Ball.
You do realize you just talked, you just said hello to my sporty balls.
Ah, shut up.
Uh, Go paint a picture. Yes, she even talks to sporty balls.
Go eat a crayon.
If you're lucky and the show continues like this, she'll be a part of this. You might as well just say something here. I got to go ahead.
Go eat a crayon.
Go eat a crayon. That's all you got?
Yeah.
That's all you got. You usually are more energetically insulting.
You got the meats.
And you wonder why I'm single.
Hey, Steve.
Yes. You want to get over here. Come.
Hey, Steve. I'm about to say things I can't say on the air if you don't stop.
Well, I gotta apologize.
It might involve you and Lorena Bobbitt.
Well, I just wanted to apologize because my arm accidentally felt you up. So there. And trust me, my arm is now asking for protection.
Go file a protection from abuse order if that's how you really feel.
My cousin, I think I'll keep her.
You think?
I know I'm going to keep you.
I'm cooking you food. I walked out in the pouring rain to buy you food. You better keep me.
Okay.
And there you have it, folks. Your Steve Sporty Balls comedy bit.
Yeah, bit is more like it. Anyway.
You a bitch.
You never know what's going to happen on this broadcast when we're going on location. This is our first on location show. So,
No, this isn't.
oh, well, I didn't have this with us for the first show that we did. So technically, this would be. Ah! Thank you very much. Remember, the safe word is kumquat. Yes.
I'll show you kumquat.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm just going to move on.
Move on because I'm your navigation and I can purposely get you lost.
Yeah, that's true. We almost got lost.
Steve, you need to see a neurologist because there's barely anything in your head and you're probably already lost as it is because of that.
Thanks for making the show good.
Anytime, buddy.
Thank you, cousin.
You're welcome. And it's master to you.
This continues. We may just have a new act. Anyway, let's get back to this little storm here. Get you some of the scores. Where were we when we were interrupted by the rain and the flood and possible tornado? Let's give you the Major League Baseball scores and do it quick. Top of the ninth inning, San Francisco, might as well say it, they beat Colorado 5-0. Middle of the third, the LA Dodgers lead Miami 4-1. Final scores, Texas let Oklahoma have a safety. They beat Oklahoma. They beat the Athletics 15-8. I real joke. Detroit at one time they defeated Cleveland tonight 11-7. They were down 11-5 in the third inning. They came back and they kicked ass. Arizona beat Cincinnati 6-2. Philadelphia beat Toronto 10-1. Did they even show up? Los Angeles Angels defeated Pittsburgh 9-0. Washington defeated Baltimore 3-0. Tampa Bay defeated the White Sox 5-1. New York defeated Houston 10-3. The Yankees obviously scored field goals and a touchdown, while Houston just scored a field goal. Atlanta over Boston 4-2. Milwaukee over Kansas City 6-5. Seattle over Minnesota 10-6. Chicago Cubs over the San Diego Padres 3-2. And the Mets over St. Louis 7-5. In the National Hockey League, this is for you, Dandelion Fluff. At the end of overtime in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference second round, Rangers and Carolina 3-all. Early in the second period, Dallas leads Colorado 3-0. And that is in Game 1 of the Western Conference second round. In UEFA Champions League, Paris Saint-Germain lost to Dortmund 1-0. In the WNBA, at the half, Seattle leads Phoenix 45-28. And a final, Chicago over the New York Liberty 101-53. Okay, so we got about 2 minutes, but we're going to go overtime here for a bit. And let's get you going here. In the Canadian Football League, Oh, they got problems. Chad Kelly, the former Denver Bronco quarterback and reigning CFL MVP, has been suspended for the CFL's upcoming preseason, as well as a 9 games after an investigation into allegations by a former assistant coach. The 30-year-old Kelly has been accused in a lawsuit earlier this year of making unwanted romantic advances and threatening comments to a former strength and conditioning assistant employed by the Toronto Argonauts, his team since 2022. This employee did not have her contract renewed by the Argos in January and is also suing the organization for damages. The CFL concluded Tuesday after conducting a third party investigation of allegations that Kelly violated the league's gender based violence policy. In addition to a suspension, the quarterback will be required to undergo confidential assessments by an independent expert and attend mandatory counseling sessions conducted by a gender based violence expert. End quote. CFL Commissioner Randy Ambrose said, quote, players are the ambassadors of our great game. They are expected to be leaders in the locker room and role models in the community. It was important that we performed our due diligence to properly review this matter from all points of view. That in-depth investigation found that Mr. Kelly unequivocally violated suspension as the direct result of his behavior. He must therefore take full advantage of this opportunity for personal betterment in order to return to the CFL. In other words, that boy, dude. Kelly, who is the nephew of former Buffalo Bills Hall of Fame quarterback Jim Kelly, helped lead the Argos to a franchise best 16-2 record in 23, totaling 31 touchdowns and advancing to the division finals of the playoffs. He spent most of the previous season, his first in CFL, as Toronto's backup. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, do we have any further, or are we dad ratted shot for time? No, we're not dad ratted shot for time. We're just ratted. Oi! Okay, let's get you some entertainment news because, as I say, time is of the essence. And let's go to it. Having a late supper, folks, and this part of our show should be interesting. Extended family has been, well, unfortunately, it looks like John Cryer's second chance at a TV series has been canceled. Extended Family has been canceled after one season at NBC. Scripps Sports launched a new pregame show for the WNBA, Friday Night Spotlight, presented by State Farm, on Ion to increase storytelling. Dale Earnhardt joins TNT and Amazon NASCAR broadcast teams for 2025. Ringside News is reporting time in the Elite storyline as they have taken over the company by taking out Tony Khan and then Kenny Omega. It's expected storyline will that the storyline may have a touch of reality to it. Many fans might show Dynamite this week. While speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer, and please remember, take Meltzer's words with a tiny bit of salt grain. Meltzer noted that the attendance at this week's AEW Dynamite might be impacted due to a major NHL Stanley Cup game taking place at the same time as Dynamite, facing off against the Vancouver Canucks. And despite the game being held in Vancouver, it's creating a ton of buzz in Edmonton. He also pointed out that there's a massive watch party in Edmonton right near where Dynamite is being held. And it's going to be tough, and I got to see. This large scale event, coupled with traffic concerns, might lead to a. As Meltzer noted, there's a good chance people who have purchased tickets will no-show Dynamite. We'll have to wait and see whether attendance for this week's episode will end up being less than usual, as all signs point towards that happening this time, with no cameras to block any of the shots of empty chairs. We will let you know tomorrow night What is what, where is where, and who is. Okay. Greg Norman and Phil Mickelson make strong leave comments, but Phil deleted his post on former Twitter, now known as X. We read. Leaf Golf had another active week before and after Brooks Koepka won in Singapore for the first title of the year. Greg Norman, CEO of the Saudi-funded league, had a couple of bold comments in an interview with Bloomberg that indicated Leaf isn't going anywhere. He said Yasser Al Rumayyan, that has invested billions in the PGA Tour's rival league, told him Leaf Golf will be well and truly in operation well past his death. And he's a young guy, Norman said. It's the home venue of teams. Much like in team sports, and to top it off, he challenged criticism. Hi there. Criticism. There it is. That no one was tuning in to watch. What's the definition of tuning in? He asked Bloomberg. To an 18-year-old, to a 25-year-old, tuning in maybe 12 seconds on the phone. Let me see this. Then we'll go back and do that. And then I'll come back over here and do another 14 seconds on this, etc., and so forth. So right now, Live Golf, and let's not forget, Live Golf and the PGA Tour are continuing their discussions on the proposed merger. So it ain't over yet. We will take off at about maybe 11:15 because that means we've done our 30 hour show. By the way, tomorrow on Dynamite, when we last saw Kenny Omega on AEW television, he was being dumped out on a loading dock of Winnipeg's Canada Life Center on Rampage last Wednesday. Omega was in a stretcher in the first place because the Young Bucks, among others, including Jack Perry, is you know what at the end of Dynamite for promising to as executive vice president Muscles Matthew and Nicholas Jackson started when they and their new elite teammates injured AEW's owner Tony Khan's crown champion would be back on our screens. Prior to last week, we had seen Omega all year as he's been out dealing with a case of diverticulitis that almost killed him. Subsequent reports claimed he'll be unable to return to the ring anytime soon, but that doesn't mean he can't still talk. And on Dynamite tomorrow, that's exactly what he'll do. What will he say? He will have an important announcement. The fact that he's back at all probably means he'll remain a part of AEW's big elite angle, even if he's not going to be cleared to wrestle until the end of this year. What will he say? Fantasy Book Omega's segment below and check out the other things announced for this week. Adam Copeland will take on Brody King for the TNT Championship, of which Adam Copeland is the champion. Orange Cassidy goes up against Trent Beretta again. The AEW World Champ Swerve Strickland and his Double or Nothing challenger Christian Cage will be face-to-face. Mariah May will take on Harley Cameron. The number one contender to the AEW Women's World title, Serena Deeb, will speak. Chris Jericho and Big Bill will be in action as well. So watch Dynamite, TBS, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Let's see. St. Louis could have a massive crowd for the UFL Championship if the Battlehawks qualify, which is true. What else is going on? So, I mean, we are doing our best to bring you everything, entertainment, sports, you name it. We'll be doing it here. Major League Baseball Commissioner gives an update on the Shohei Ohtani gambling investigation. It's still going on. What else we got? Young Sheldon, season 7's new character, finally explains why Mima is so different in Big Bang Theory. Gee, I wonder why. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Dominic Mysterio's new romance has been to his girlfriend. All righty. Let's see here. Do we have something? Let's see. I think, we won't do that report. We're too nice to do that. So, okay, folks, we got about 5 minutes left in our little broadcast. So, we are going to take our hike. We thank you all very much for tuning in. Do we update the scores? Yay, nay, wally woo? If we do, leave us too. Leave us to do that. Okay. We're going to be probably running out of time, but we got about 9 minutes left. Let's see if we can't do some of the scores here, and then we'll leave here, have a little feast of supper, and disappear before your very eyeballs. Yep, and little Uno is with me here. There you go. Yep, so uh, everything is going to be great, and we'll just leave it at that. Anyway, and so we can update, and then we'll be saying our goodnight to you. It has been a wild night. It's been a wild day. Everything has been going okay, and the world is literally very safe. Eh. Anyway, let's get you some scores before some updates, and here we go. So, well, ain't that interesting? I gotta do this. I gotta do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of what's available. Boom. There we go. Okay. Everything's gonna be looking good. Okay. I know it's saved. Yay. Anyway, scores. I'll disappear here. Let's get you some updates. It's a little rain now. It was monsooning here for a moment or two. But so I said, let's give you the score if we can. If not, well, we do our best. Okay, right now 7:22 left to play in the third quarter in the first game of the Western Conference second round. It is Oklahoma City by 1 over Dallas, 66-65. Let's do some scores from Major League Baseball. At top of the fourth inning, Dodgers 8, Marlins 1. That is the only game updatable because that's the only game being played. In the National Hockey League, in the second overtime, in fact, it now defeated the Carolina Hurricane 4-3 in game 2. The lead Carolina 1-0. Actually, it should be 2-0. Should have not. And in second period, 7:47 left to play. Dallas over Colorado, 3-2. Oh, excuse me. Correction. Um, let's pop it up here so I can get it right. Hey, in two overtimes, that is. Right now, the Rangers lead the series 2-0. It is now updated. There we go. Okay. That is going to literally, oh yeah, WNBA 7:45 in third period or third quarter. Seattle over Phoenix 48-30. That's it for us. Thanks everybody for watching. Good night, and we will talk to you hopefully tomorrow back in the studios. Until then, Steve the Baxman Baxley for our producer, Mr. Matthew the Wizard Nichols, and everybody else that helped us. Thanks for joining us on our first, technically first, road show. We'll see you tomorrow back to our studios. Good night. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network. Back in studio, back in Jackson.